Hi, welcome back to Spirit Lounge. Hope you guys are doing really well and having a great day. So today's subject is going to be pretty short, I hope, and we're going to talk about personality. Not necessarily what personality is, although we'll touch on that. It's more about the transcendental aspects of personality. In other words, does it stay with us? Does it persist? And does it traverse all the lifetimes and incarnational experiences that we have? So personality, well, what is it in a nutshell? Well, it's just, it's an ever-changing aspect of ourselves. It's formed by our actions, our words, our thoughts, our intentions, our ideologies, our programming, our dogma, our mantras, our religions, our parents, to a degree, our environment, whether we're joyful and happy personalities or straight and rigid, whether accepting or we're not, whether we're slightly hateful or full of love, separation or togetherness, unity and joy, many, many things. It forms our personality. The impositions of others also form our personality. The behaviours of others can influence our personality, even if it's a temporary influence. It can influence our personality. So it changes. The point is our personality is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. Never stays the same. Even if it's a minute, moderate changes, and in some of us, major changes. It changes all the time. Excuse me. And we're not always mindful of these changes in our personality because they happen over the course of lifetime. And they go into many lifetimes. But we're not always mindful of those. We're not always conscious of our change. But if we sat down and reflected and assessed what we are today to what we were a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, we probably realise that we've changed a lot. Not only in our perceptions of life, but our personality has changed alongside those shifting movements. The personality will also change with our intellect, our mind, how we use it in this physical world, the intellectualism or intellect, the use of mind, the discovery, investigation, analysis of things, knowledge, expansion within the grey matter between our ears is also will also form part of our personality as we grow mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually and etherically. Our personality will change. So it's constantly evolving, the personality, and it's an important factor for us. Now the question is it just a temporary thing? Is I personally just attached to this avatar, and then it just stays with this vessel that we're in, and is no longer part of our being, our consciousness, our infinite self, our spirit going forward? Does it come into be part of our other incarnational lives or not? Excuse me, I've still got my cough. It's come back today. Or is it just obsolete? So Sri Aurobindo in the book that was a big part of my journey for me. I love the book. If anyone wants to read that, it's The Life Divine. It's a wonderful book. Very, very, very hard to read, and 1,000 pages long. But it's something that could open up eyes for many. But in that, he suggests that the personality is temporal, it's obsolete, and that every lifetime we come with a brand new personality, one that fits the lifetime or the life we're about to live. It's really subjective. You can decide what the personality is. Does it transcend or stay with us? It's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to each of us to determine what that might be. But I'll give you my perception on this, and the personality is absolutely not irrelevant. The personality does not just become obsolete and just stay with the avatar and the akasha, or just attached to this lifetime. We don't come into a new lifetime with a brand new personality to fit the lifetime that we're going to have. Absolutely not. The personality is transcendental. it sits with us for infinite eternity. There is no endless, there's no end to endlessness. It's persistent. Yes, it resides in the quantum akasha, because it has to, because each personality is an accumulation of all the other previous lifetime and personality expansion of personality we've had in every other life. It's attached to the avatar in which we lived as well. So therefore, yes, it does attach to the avatar, and it lives in the quantum akasha, where we've already discussed everything resides, everything that has been, will be, has never been, and is today, for all life in this multiverse, in the quantum library of everything. It resides. But it's not new every lifetime. We come into each life with the personality and expansion of it, which is a relative to our mind, to our actions, words, thoughts and intents, external, internal, environmental, parental, whatever it is, that we've allowed to influence our personality and allowed in to direct its expansion in a certain way, is with us all the time. Our spirit is attached to our personality. All the personality is attached to our spirit. It is. If we were to meet as conscious infinite beings in the infinite space of all possibility and endlessness and divine grace, which is where we all go and come in and out of fractals of ourselves at least, then the energetic conversation that we would have would contain the personality traits that we are, but of a much, much wider perception. It would not be into the myopia of human life, but the personality traits would exist within us. They become part of our uniqueness. And it stays with us. It comes in and out of every life and changes in every incarnational life. They're all simultaneous. There is no linearity in the infinite. Everything happens right now because there is no time. There's no time in timelessness. But if we're going to look at incarnational life in the physical sense, it's linear, one after another. So it develops one after another, if you like. So in some ways, the argument that a personality is net new on every lifetime, in that sense, yes, it is. Because it's expanded and changed as accumulation of every other life and incarnation experience that we've had. So therefore, it's never the same. It's constantly changing. Incarnational life after incarnational life. It constantly changes. And it'll be with us every lifetime until, of course, we cycle out through growth and expansion from this theatre and the need to be returned to it every time. Because that is really why we come in and out of this all the time. For many, many reasons. And many, many impositions. And personality is one of those things that evolve with us. And as it evolves from ego, mind, narcissistic behaviors, dogma, doctrination, programming, to those more fixed and rigid aspects of life, to those more infinite and open, and an open regulator, but governance over it, or what we allow in, what we don't. And mental expansion is part of our personality as well. And how we use our minds is also part of the personality, which evolves. It stays with us. Our personality in life, of course, is not, we don't take our family's personality, environment, or our parents. We're not destined to be like our parents. When we enter an environment at a younger age, yes, you're going to take on personality traits, behaviors, habits, things that are around you, from your environment, from parents, from friends, from family, from siblings. But it doesn't mean that we're going to have those forever. These are the things that we can choose to keep, choose to be part of us, or choose to transcend away from. So we're not destined to be just like our parents or our siblings or our mothers and our fathers. It's not true. It's just a choice we have to make. Is it one, do we want it part of a personality or not? Is it serving us or not? And I guarantee that most of us will not be like our parents as we grow older and older and older, wiser and wiser and wiser and more experienced in life, and open our spectrum of awareness and perception to many, many things that we previously rejected in earlier years. The more we open, the more we become our true being. We're not here to become like somebody else. We're here to become who our true being, or what our true being is. And it has its uniqueness in that it's our personality which is with us and forms part of us. We're all unique in this way and unique in our spiritual being and energetic footprint in the divine blanket of life. So it stays with us all the time. There's no deletion of it. Personality is not irrelevant. There are many different perspectives, of course, and we can all think what we want. But for me, residing on it and just feeling that through in terms of personality and mind. Mind is an important aspect of how it develops. Remember, every incarnational life, everything the expansive state we've achieved, or we've moved towards, not really achieved, is what we will come into simultaneous other lifetimes. It's an accumulation of everything we've been and are now. Will define what we will experience as a foundation in next lives. It's important to move forward all of the time in every aspect: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, etherical, and energetic. Those shifting movements have to constantly move forward, otherwise you'll stagnate. And this little theatre of ours will become a repeating home for us. Now, if that's something you like, happy days. But if that's something you'd like to transcend away from, then constant expansion is what's needed, and an open trinity of mind, spirit and heart to allow the fantastic in. Because once you have, you realise it's not really that fantastic at all. It's more real than the real that we have in front of us. So I hope you enjoyed that short video on personality. Any comments, feedback are welcomed. Please like and subscribe, and the alert bell for any to be later any videos I upload as we move forward. And say thanks for your time listening to this. Eternally grateful for those who do listen, particularly to the very long videos. I do appreciate that, because it does take patience. And some of these subjects that we talk about, they just kind of take a longer time to explain. And sometimes I do repeat things in those videos as well, which make them a little longer. So have a great day, everyone, and thank you again for listening, and love to you all. Thank you. Bye.